Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, where mostly we yell at the Soviets for not contributing to the war in any way whatsoever. We're not getting our resources from the Soviets? How come? We've got a direct land connection. Seems a little bonkers that we wouldn't. So we're going to try to bop these guys, isolating these people so we can retake this city. Which is definitely going to happen. Actually, I'm wondering if I should have... Okay, since that's going to be one at this point, I'm going to get you guys to change your mind and see if you can't attack here instead. I realize it's across the river, but we might be able to get a wee bit more work done than before. Alright, question the motives of Iran. Indeed we do. And by that I mean we're going to go and invade Iran so that we can go and assist in fighting India. And then have just more coast to worry about. Hooray! So trying to retreat out of this site. What I should do is engage some of them over here to keep them busy. There we go. So we can do that. So these guys should all get bopped. I don't know how many people are there, because we don't have very good intel. Alright, I'm going to tell these guys to go back on the attack now so that they will keep pushing down here. After bopping that. But good air support, we're going to get our radar back. Get down there. And push. Oh, we failed to defend this, although I'm betting we actually will when more people arrive here. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Oh, some people might have been trying to get back to that border. I probably should have removed it a little sooner. Alright. We got some manpower. We've got equipment. We're going to try to push. We could do the thing where we do if we had paratroopers, we could have tried to land behind them again to cut them off a little bit more decisively. But it looks like we're mostly going to be okay. We should be able to advance here. I wish we did have more tanks here. I could go, especially heavy tanks, I could go and convert some of these guys to some tank divisions, because they should be able to get their resources over here. I'm actually thinking I'm going to do that. So, you and you, because you're going to lose experience regardless, we're going to switch you to the so-called heavy tank divisions. I'm sorry, do we not have any motorized? Oh shit, we need that, because we had a huge surplus of motorized for a long time. We still have you in the queue. We're going to move you up to the top, and we're going to get you going here a little bit more. Let me pull back on the rocketry and then do this. There we go. We need motorized for our support divisions, mostly. Alright, so you're doing that. Meanwhile, how's Egypt? I mean, it's looking a right mess, but that was very intentional to quickly grab up as much of the coast as possible here. You guys can just go and finish this. There you go, just to simplify these front lines. We could get caught off in a few of these places, but I'm not really worried. I don't like the fact that you decided to do some sort of crazy strategic redeployment there. I don't know what that was about. Stop. Do this instead. Naval invasion. Okay, they still haven't successfully landed in northern France here. How come we're not getting our tungsten? I mean, you've got the resources, and we touch. Oh, you're at 0-0. Although we can get it from Portugal. That's fine. Let's do that. And Republic of Vietnam. Here, that's... is that going to go by sea? It might go by sea. So let's hold off on that. Alright, India's pushing back here. The Soviets are holding, but they haven't done anything. Well, there's actually a little bit of advance over here. Actually, it's Sian King, or Kang, or whatever their name is, that's actually getting work done. These fellows over here, they're actually making some progress, which is nice. Justification's going to be done when? August, okay. And then we can contribute a little bit. Japan, how you doing? holding. The offense isn't necessarily doing anything. We got the straight crossing now. Although, no, it looks like we actually will be mostly okay. Some of these guys are still called paratroopers, which is funny. Some of these tanks are still waiting for their equipment. We've got a lot of people with no organization here, and we're moving in with a lot of people who do have organization. I think it's only a matter of time. I think we'll be able to make the straight crossing. There we go. As expected. Yeah, good aerial presence, but it annoys me we have to retake all this bullshit. Soviets, I left this in your hands, and you literally haven't done a single thing with it. Okay, garrisons. Y'all. Select all y'all. You're going to be a new group here. I'm going to make sure to strategically redeploy you to there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put you all over Japan. That's going to be your job. To make Japan not flip. Now, after you're done that, what are you going to try to do? Actually, these light tanks move fast. You move especially fast in territory you already control. So your job will be to try to get to Nagita ahead of everyone else, and that will cut off all their ability to get any supplies. So you're going to move in friendly territory, get over there, cut all these units off completely. And that would be lovely. Extend our front line like this. Go, go, light tank. What are these composed of right now? They actually might be composed, I was going to say, of motorized infantry. And do we have mechanized? We do have some mechanized. So my light tank division here, first of all, you're going to free up some of the motorized. And you're also going to become a fair bit tougher by getting the mechanized bits in there. Okay, I mean, that's going to reset some of your strength temporarily here while you wait for your new stuff to come in. But that's okay. You're not here to fight. You're here to ninja Nagita. Northern France. They're still trying to invade over there, but not really pulling it off. That might be like a series of ships that have come in. Oh, no, I thought that was someone landing over there, but no, we're still okay. Egypt, where I've got all my crazy moves. Crazy moves are happening. Won't be a bop there, but we will start isolating some people. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm going to move you into a different group. Also, this is where one of my generals had been. Delete. There we go. And then pink group here. You guys are going to get that set as a front line. And that set as an offensive line. And go. Gold group, you've got this set as your front line. And your offensive line will used to be something like push down to the coast here. And go. Alright. Japan. Boom. There goes the light tanks. Can we beat them over here? It's quite the race. It's definitely a race. No, they're coming back to fight over here. That's great. Oh, no, there's some dudes over here. Stop. 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 Thank you. Go here. That's okay. So we won't be able to take the city right away, but we're still going to get to cut off these guys over here, which is 100% what we're looking to do. So these guys will redeploy, surround, and go for the bop. They're set to medium aggression mode, which is going to be fine. It's actually quite hard for these light tanks especially to hold off against an attack over here. It would be really, yeah, they're coming. I wonder if I should strategically redeploy you over here. It's probably not a good idea. I'm actually thinking, I'm going to go and see if I can't. Oh, they're already retreating, so there we go. So we're going to break up this front a little bit. That's going to be fine. And they're going to be retreating into an area, so they got overrun. Okay, so even if we lose that spot now, it's going to be fine, because all these guys have already been overrun and will all get murder-fied. Okay, and I suspect that's probably the bulk of the Allied troops over here. I wonder if we can force a recapitulation of the states of Japan or something. I don't know. Okay, your response. Well, there's nothing to do here. Everything's good and golden. That's fine. Egypt. We're pretty thin on troops, but that's going to be okay. You guys are going to keep pushing that way. Here. Front line goes there. Offensive line goes here. And keep going with the right click. That's going to be fine. You guys are pushing in all kinds of different ways. Gold group, we're actually going to delete that. You guys are going to get added to that front, but I'm going to tell you to run up here. Make it a little easier to cut these guys off. Alright, that's going very well. Japan. Okay, I mean, so the Allies are losing tons of dudes. Let's take a look. Their losses are now at 27 million. Although, does that include the losses they took when they were mostly Axis? Which makes no sense. Either way, things are going relatively well for Team Us. Even though things are also going weird for Team Us. Here, your next job will be to try to cut this in half. I don't think there's much left, but they do have some troops around. More invasions. Italy. Middle East. Well, we do have some dudes here, so far it's okay. Although, this garrison group here is the one that I want to extend further down this coast. We may have to split you in 2 different groups. But for now, that's going to do. Alright, you doing that. You doing this. And yeah. Oops. Doing a little bit of that. Pushing in here. I get you to come down here, because we might be able to isolate these guys. I get you to just move in that way. Yeah, the jungle's not a great place for the tanks. But, you know, I think they'll keep doing okay. Push, 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 push. How are we doing on our tank counts, by the way? Infantry equipment's almost not stupid anymore, so that's nice. Heavy tanks, we've got a deficit. We have way too many self-propelled artillery ones. Modern tanks, we've got a few more. So I'm going to go and swap out 1 more of these heavy tanks for a modern tank. Assuming... Oh, that puts us in a hole actually a little bit more, so never mind. We will hold off. We'll hold off. I guess I'll leave it there. We really don't need as much self-propelled artillery. If anything, what we're going to want is, like, to balance things out, it's sort of like a 3rd line of the modern tanks. To balance out some of these stats. We don't have to, like, rush to assign factories to them. That's fine. Oh. Move you there. Move you there, and then you can come down this way and do that. You're going to do this, yep, and get some cutoff. It's hard to tell where all the province lines are, because in the jungle here, it's quite hard to see. Like, with all the trees, it's quite hard to see where the borders are. Can't see the borders for the trees. I'm pretty sure that's a proverb. Maybe not. The problem is, at this point, like, yeah, this front line with the Allied forces is getting pretty crazy. And what we really want over here are more garrison-type troops, like relatively thin. We're going to pop out these MPs. That's fine. I guess I'll add you to the blue group over here, and then we're going to take a look at the resistance map mode. And it'd be nice if you could have the resistance map mode and be able to see where things are being assigned. But I don't think we can. Like, sort of interferes with the pop-up. Yeah. Well, we'll go and make sure to MP all of the European territory that we actually control that might have unrest. That's not going to count as that. So that's what we've got there. And you need, what, 71 divisions for this. And you've got 81, so you do have more than you need. Which means, at this point, I think I'm going to be quite comfortable taking 10 of these out. Making a new police squad. and positioning you like that. And your job is simply to do unrest busting. So we're going to keep this going until we hit, hey, I need 10. Nine. Okay, we'll call that good enough. There you go. So, some military police over here to keep some factories and some infrastructure in check. Alright, you're doing that, you're doing that. How's Japan? Oh, also, how is... Okay, you guys are still moving over here. That's going to be fine. Alright. You guys are all strategically redeploying. We need to halt that shit because... that's going to screw up your organization in a really bad way. Oops. I want you to both go here and then do that. One of those counts as a retreat, which hopefully doesn't screw anything up. It's a shame we couldn't take Niigata, but who knew that there would be people sitting around waiting? We should probably just tell these guys to stop on their attack temporarily here while they get in position and reorganized. Hopefully none of these guys are actually out of supply. We're getting a little bit of attrition, but overall we're okay. They move to defend here. Okay, so halt the attack. We're just going to reorganize, get our organization back. So, I mean, literally reorganize here. Figure out where there might be a weakness, and then push in. We might not want to actually guard the entire length of this, actually. Why don't we do something like this instead? So we can have a little bit more force, and that reduces the chance that they can cut us off, which would be very unpleasant. Alright, so we have people roaming around like crazy everywhere. You guys go in there, you guys go in there, and you're going to pop these guys. And then we can have you rejoin the golden group. So yeah, the troops that we've got running around in Africa right now are insanely strong. But what we need is just more width. Like, we want 3 times as many divisions, but they could just be garrison-type divisions, is likely to be the situation. Okay, all the pink dudes can go and join the golden group here. And what I'm actually going to do is I will, I think, cancel this again. So, what I'm thinking is that I'm going to try to sweep up from here. No, never mind. I'm going to maybe try to draw a front line here. Thank you. I am actually going to sweep down towards the Cape. I'll sweep down this way because it gets more narrow and we should be able to sweep back around that way. So there's a possibility they'll try to sneak in behind me, but I'm not too concerned about that. I'm wondering if I should go and attack this guy or try to do a bit of a surround. No, I think we'll be okay. Of course, there'll be some unrest over here too, but probably alright. Is this still the same goddamn one that's been going on this entire time? Maybe because there's no anti-tank or something. Alright, let's go and just sit some dudes over there. It can't possibly be the same attack that's been happening this entire time. It doesn't make any sense. But it sort of feels like it. There's some medium tanks. They're going 5 and 5 comp. Trying to land over here. Alright, well there's the defense. Here, just hang out there instead. That's going to be fine. You're having some supply problems. Can you do this? Yeah. There we go. So now that that's done, then we can go and bop these guys. Take them out of the picture completely. We could be going for some more, like, aggressive and ambitious surrounds, but I think that would be foolish. Oh my god, the Soviets have actually landed some troops in Japan. It's happened, you guys. I'll let this finish before I start here. Especially since there might be some reinforcements coming in. Although, some of these guys want to leave. Okay, there you go. Go, 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 go. You'll hold that. These guys are just going to get bopped. And then we can organize a slightly better push. I wonder here. Can we do that? Because that would be swell. There might be some troops here and we just don't have vision. We don't have the greatest of intel against these guys. Naval invasions happening everywhere. Alpine regions too? Alright. Oh, okay. So this is that they just... Alright, let's put those guys there after all. I'm going to move some heavy tanks up here. I'm going to grab half of these fellows and move them down south here. So we've got a response in a few extra areas, just depending on exactly what happens. But let's focus on Japan a little bit more. Okay, you're good. Speed 4 doesn't feel very fast, but I think it's because there's a lot of stuff that the AI is having to work on and calculate. Like, the game feels like it's chugging. That's interesting. I've pulled back in ways that I didn't really expect over here. I know, there's like supply problems, that's why the troops don't want to move forward. But you gots to. Alright, you guys are split, and yeah, if we can get the tank to take in Kananzawa over here, then that's a lot more troops just getting bopped to hell here. 4 divisions down here, I think that's going to be plenty. Don't need to wrap around there either. Just hold this line for a little bit while we deal with this nonsense. Problem is, I think if we could get some destroyers out here, we could actually, you know, hold a decent amount of control over the sea, but the problem is getting them there in the first place. It'd be great if we could just build ships there. Alright. Any invasions that we can actually confirm are happening? We get a lot of warnings, but I don't see anything. Hopefully our backside over here isn't being exposed. Yeah, and you're just going to rush down there right away. And in fact, down to here right away. That's going to be A-okay. I don't know if going here, like, tank heavy is the right answer, but... There you go, you can finish that. You're going to be doing this. Yeah, and just go down quickly here. Simplify this front line as much as you can. Shrink that down that way. And do that. Okay. Japan! How you doing? Now, actually, I don't know if they're getting in supplies. No, they've got no naval bases in any of those places. So we can probably just chill for a little bit. I don't know what keeps going on with these people joining and leaving. There's still a front line here, which is good. So when we hit play, you will be trying to do an attack over here without me having to manually give some commands. You're holding that. So only 4 divisions, but I think it's going to do a fairly decent job of that. What we might want to do, actually, is move the heavy tanks over to here. And say, take this guy and move him there. So still 4 divisions, but they're all going to be infantry-type divisions. There's our next level destroyer. Still a lot to do, though. Wonder if they're starving out yet. My troops haven't even arrived everywhere, so... we'll come back. Europe, how you looking? You're looking fine to me. And we're getting a lot of warnings about stuff, but... I'm not seeing any combat indicators. I don't see a presence on my land, so I think we're okay. My land. Yes, goddamn, it's my land. I've earned it at this point. So we'll just try to surround those guys. You can halt your attack there. Maybe if I can select you. I don't know why I can't. Maybe these tanks, we're going to go something like this. And just try to isolate some of these guys a little sooner. Supplies are pretty bad over here. But we have some manpower, and the equipment situation has gotten better. Anti-tank situation is not great. Light tanks, we have no light tanks. So here's what we're going to do. Do we have any light tank divisions left? Probably. You, for example. Well, you still have strength right now. We just have no extras. Reinforcements blocked, no supply from capital. You're moving goddamn slow. Yeah, you have no supply. I'm betting you have control of edge provinces is none. This is the problem we've run into before. Well, we'll let it develop. Egypt's actually losing ground in a couple places here. Attacking into the jungle like that's not great. Halt a sec. Yeah, just go and reinforce over there. And hopefully that'll be enough. You are going to move into there, though. That's fine. Things are slow! We actually might want to start building some more convoys. I didn't realize our number of convoys... They're probably getting sunk a lot is probably what's going on here. Convoys, go. Apparently we don't have any oil. I thought we had oil. I guess, oh, we're using it for a fair amount of vehicles and a fair number of planes as well. Well, one thing we could do is we could build some more synthetic refineries here. Anywhere that's got a decent amount of infrastructure, just for the speed boost. Oh, hundreds. As long as they're not having rebellion problems, that's going to be swell. Let's send you up to the top here, get a little bit more going on. So I do have some. Are you having supply problems over here? Yeah, you were. Should be okay. I'm going to just move you over here temporarily, because it looks like nothing is actually happening in the north of Germany at this time. Everything is still good here. Japan, have you guys finished your move? God damn, they move slow when they have no goddamn supplies. Alright, that's a little bit better. You know what? You can go for attack. Lovely. I'm actually surprised we're doing so well here. Just wanted some people to be in the next province over. Just to open up a few more angles. They have no supply either, actually. Well, of course, because that's right, they have no port. That's why it's going so well. Okay. They'll all get obliterated over here. Alright. So that's some progress. We can go and probably extend the front line here again. Get you to spread out a little bit more. And it'd be great if the Soviets did anything. They have one whole infantry over here. I don't know. It does take a long time to get over here. I get it. So, naval invasions are being threatened all over Europe. I don't think they're actually happening, though. So far, so good. Are we still fabricating over here? Oh, yeah, August. Yeah, God, time's going so slow. I mean, I guess it could go with speed 5, but I'm not convinced it would actually make things go faster. Well, a little bit. Mostly just making things feel a little bit more laggy in the UI. Although, that's not necessarily, you know, the worst thing. As long as the game is actually progressing faster. There we go. You're going to come around that way. That's going to be fine. These guys are about to get cut off of all supply here. They just don't know it yet. No divisions assigned to this, but we've got to, just for the sake of not having them start a strategic redeployment somewhere else, and get them organized. This guy's got no actual organization, so we'll probably want to wait a little bit before we send them in again. Everyone there, you guys can actually move down this way. Might have trouble attacking into the mountains here, but no, you seem to be doing okay. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of left in their tank either. Next level excavation is fine. What we're probably going to do is start on some naval doctrine. And it's going to be fleet and being, which is going to give us some anti-sub thing when we do get our destroyers. That's going to be okay. But it's going to be a long time before we build up a real fleet. Again, there's years left to this war, and I'm convinced that it would be a lot shorter if the Axis had... If we had been involved in the peace talks of the Axis. Maybe we couldn't because we were at war with the other power, but it doesn't explain how things got split up. I don't know. Well, we'll put a cut in here for now. Anyway, this is all taken care of. Oops, no, one of the Japanese group over here. All 20 divisions are there. Excellent. And you're going to be trying to push in that way. But I won't start your attack quite yet. Hopefully, you're getting some supplies in now. That's not the button. This is the button over here. Required, supported. Yeah, no, actually, we are getting some support in, some supply in here. What we might want to do is develop a naval base, because we don't really have one that close up, and it might be worth doing. Oh, the Soviet Union controls this, so we can't actually build anything. Right. Well, I guess that'll be fine. At least we're getting our goods for now. We'll set up on the border again, and it might be worth doing a paratrooper job behind these guys. Well, we can't do we can't just completely cut them off by itself, so it's not like the choke point over here. And at least we've got some of this territory, so it's not the worst. I think the Soviets have been pushing in here, though. I think there's definitely been some progression. And what are they called? Xinjiang? Xinjiang? I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. But I think they've been making progress in the north of India. And again, eventually we'll be able to help out in Iran over here. I think pushing down to the south is fine, and then we'll swoop back around to the north. I'm not really concerned about them mounting a counterattack this way. This is a little funny looking, though. We might want to go and just do that. I think I like that idea. We could try to swoop in like a second prong to cut off the north. Maybe go down the coast, increase the chance of getting an outright bop, but I don't know. I think things are going just fine here. And again, we've got some manpower. I think that's because of our rebellion busting working out fairly well. Oh, that's the other place we could do some policing. That's right. Oops. Oh, I think it was letting me toggle it. It just wasn't visible. There we go. So I could toggle F1, F6. There we go. So these garrisons now match that. But you now say you need 74 divisions, which you don't currently have. We'll leave it be for now. But yeah, it might be something we have to investigate. That is looking much, much better. We're still running the Prince of Terror, which may or may not help us get manpower out of these areas. But also, the factories are not getting damaged infinitely in a row. I'm actually going to move these. Where's Bursa? That's... How's the unrest over here? Non-existent. Excellent. So I'll move you up. What is this? Thessaly, you've still got resistance, although that might change later on. But yeah, if we can fix the civilian factories that don't have any resistance, then everything else will happen a little bit faster. You got some resistance, but not too much. Thrace is actually okay. You're not. Yeah, Italy's mostly okay now, too. We did change our occupation policy, so we don't get as much bang for our buck because we're being so gentle, but it also means things don't keep getting smashed over and over and over again, and that's got to help a lot. Now, things do auto-repair as well, but we can speed things up, and I think that's going to be worth doing. And the faster we speed up repairing these civilian factories, the faster the next set will improve, and so on and so forth. So I think we're gonna. I might just go down the rest of this list here in between episodes because it's not particularly thrilling. There we go. Some of these might also be getting smashed by airplanes. Bombers, fighters. So they are trying to bomb northern France, where I do have airplanes. Not a ton, though. Day, night, and that. We've got radar. We've got anti-air. I mean, we've got good air superiority over here. We're detecting 60%. Feels like there should be a lot more killing going on here. How's the radars? Actually, really good. I mean, we could just build more and more, and it might not be a bad idea to cover, like, with massive overlapping radar, because we don't have 100% vision yet. Like, maybe we want to throw some in Paris, right? And then extra anti-aircraft guns there, something of that nature. I know it's at the bottom of the queue right now. We might just leave it there, because getting the stuff repaired would be nice. Finishing the oil production would also be nice. We're going to prioritize getting civilian factories repaired, because that's not going to take that long, and that will help build everything else. I think that's going to be okay. Whew! Thanks a lot for watching, folks, and we'll see you guys next time.